As Martin mentioned, they won the treble, so I don't think they overachieved. They were a fantastic side at the time. But for 18, 17 million euros a year, if you go there pretending to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, you have to deliver.
Did he pretend?
Well, of course he believes his own myth. That's the whole thing about Guardiola, and that's a shame. Could he do a Claudio Ranieri? That's what I want to know. Could he go to Manchester City and take this bunch of players who are good enough, because they won the first 5 league games this season, everyone was saying, you know, they're champions. I don't know if we can remember that far back, but I believe it was this season, the start of this season, that we were saying, you know, maybe they'll win the title, you know, winning all 38 games or something. And all of a sudden, now this is an obsolete group of players. What I would like to do is what I would like to see is Guardiola go to Manchester City and not spend 250 million. Because you know what, I think, I'm Pep Guardiola, I'm walking in here, I'm going to the Sheikh, and I say, I think I know what this team needs. This team needs Lionel Messi. And we buy Messi. I mean, obviously, you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, if he's going, when he went to Bayern Munich, to a team that had won the treble, his first demand in January, before he took over, was to buy Neymar. If you're a great manager, okay, you know, you identify the needs of a team. But if you're a great manager, you don't need to spend 150 million on one player. And Guardiola's signing record at both, at Barcelona in particular, he wasted hundreds of millions of pounds. People don't realize that. The team, on people like Ibrahimovic, they took a 40, 50 million hit on that alone in one season. People like Chigrinsky, who cost 30 million euros. I could go on and on and on. People like Kastrinakis, who never actually played, a Brazilian who cost 12 million.
Sorry, Anthony, did they not win the league when Ibrahimovic's first season?
Yes, they did.
Sorry.
But but you remember what Ibrahimovic thinks of him?
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
And
I
that
know
he
they
left
don't
and
get
they
on,
took...
but they won the league. All the world over, they won the league when they bought. Ibrahimovic has won the league. It's a great fact about it. His first season at every single club he ever
He wasn't
played
starting,
for,
Martin.
they've won the league.
Yes, he wasn't starting under Pep. He dropped him because Messi didn't fancy him. And the fact is, it wasn't a successful signing for Barcelona. Neither was Chigrinsky, by the way. And I could go on and on. Kastrinakis, and listen, I could go on. I could give you 15 signings he made for Barcelona that did not work.
What you're trying to say is you're not convinced, are you, by him?
I'm not convinced that he's worth 20 million pounds a year. I am not convinced that a guy who went to Bayern Munich and was the highest paid manager in the world already delivered. He did not deliver. And I'm not saying that. It's not me saying that. This week, for Felix Magath, who won 2 leagues with Bayern Munich, he said, if he doesn't win the Champions League, he has failed. Anyone could have... This is Felix Magath, who has won 2 back-to-back leagues with Bayern Munich very recently. Anyone could have won his titles. Oliver Kahn said this week, remember the legendary goalkeeper, he said that Pep Guardiola is blinded by his meticulousness. He looks at it so hard and he always tries to come up with a special thing, and that's not always what you need in order to win. And that is, it sums him up perfectly. Guardiola thinks he's better than everyone else, so he has to do the better thing, when sometimes the reality is Guardiola has no plan B. Look at the Torres goal at the Nou Camp for Chelsea. Look at the Torres pass to Griezmann at the Allianz Arena. He has no plan B. We squeeze the pitch, anyone, through ball, run into space, we're out of the Champions League. Atletico Madrid can win in a different manner. They can mix it up. Other clubs can. Pep cannot. And that's why, of course, he wins sometimes, but he failed at Bayern Munich.